Hey everybody, it's SoCal Mike, owner of GameGavel.com and host of RetroGamingRoundup.com. Hey, I wanted to show you guys something that's kind of an obscure Commodore 64 accessory. What we're talking about here is the Commodore Magic Voice speech module. Now this thing, was made by Commodore for the Commodore 64, and it's a pretty cool little device. Back in the day, a lot of the computers came with voice synthesizers, whether it was a program that you would load into them or a voice synthesizer module, like this one for the Commodore, and the TI-99 had one that's actually very common. This one, though, however, for whatever reason, is pretty difficult to find, the Commodore Magic Voice. And I happen to have two of them. I came across this one in a box not too long ago at a swap meet. And I found another one many, many years ago at a swap meet as well that I've actually got hooked up to my Commodore 64. So I was just going to give you a little idea of what this thing is all about. Let's move over here to my Commodore 64 unit. You'll see that the Magic Voice plugs right back into the cartridge slot of your Commodore 64. This will also plug directly into the cartridge slot of the SX64 as well. Now, there's a couple of different hookup methods depending on if you're using a television or a computer monitor or the Commodore, I think it was the 1541 monitor. There's different ways of hooking it up. This one, I'm actually just using an AV cable coming out of the audio out and going to the audio in of this monitor, which is not a Commodore monitor. So let's go ahead and turn this on, and I'm going to be quiet so you can hear this. I've got the Wizard of War cartridge plugged in. Now, to my knowledge, this thing only worked with two Commodore 64 game cartridges, Bali's Wizard of War and also Gorf. So I'm going to play both of these for you. Inserting them, you got to blow on them and everything else to kind of get them going, but it may take me a second. But I'm going to try to just keep this rolling so I don't have to edit this together. I'm going to turn it on, and let's hear the magic of the Commodore 64 voice synthesizer.
Your Facebook is untied. Ha 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 ha.
So there it is now. Let me turn this up maybe a little bit. Let's try this again.
Go more and go more become invisible. Ha 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 ha. You'll get the pit. Ha 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 ha. Get ready, warrior. Beware, you are now in a warlord dungeons. You'll get the pit. Ha 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 ha.
So he's a little bit hard to understand. Probably.
Remember, I'm the wizard, not you.
He just said, "Remember, I'm the wizard, not you."
Beware, you are now in a warlord dungeons.
You are now in the warlord
if you
dungeons.
Get too powerful, I'll take care of you myself. Ha 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 ha.
If you get too powerful, I'll take care of you myself. So let's shut this off a minute, because you'll see that this thing's got, I don't know how many voice samples just Wizard of War alone has got. These are just all of the taunts that are taunting you before the game starts. When we start the game, you're going to hear even more taunts. Let's see what happens.
I'm me, that Wizard of War.
Now, one of the things is weird to me.
Get ready, warrior.
Is that the sound, the background music of the game is gone when this is plugged in. So I don't know if I just don't have it hooked up right or what. But I'm going to go ahead and kill myself here.
Your bones will lie in the dungeons of war. Ha 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 ha.
He just said your bones will lie in the dungeons of war. So anyway, I think it adds a little bit to the game, although it'd be still nice to have the game's background.
Your bones will lie in the dungeons of war. Ha 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 ha.
So let's go ahead and take this one out, and let's see if we can plug in the Gorf cartridge. All right, guys, so now we've got Gorf plugged in to the Magic Voice. Let's go ahead and power up the C64 and see what it has to say.
Commodore presents Gorf, a midway game. Push the joystick button.
He said, push the joystick button.
My European robots are unbeatable space cadet. Your end draws near, space cadet. Got you, space cadet. Bad move, space cadet. Some galactic defender, you are space cadet.
So there,
Too bad, space cadet.
so there you go. You got the voice for Gorf as well. Now, in addition to the cartridges, you can also take the cartridges out and get the basic programming screen that you're all familiar with, and actually you can type in just some programming to make it say a variety of words. If we go back over to the Magic Speech voice, or the box here, you'll see here kind of an alphabetical list of words that it can say. Now, it's not real advanced. I remember I had a voice synthesizer program on the Apple IIc that basically you could type in a sentence and it would say whatever you type, which is pretty cool. This one's a little bit more limited to just the vocabulary on the back of the box here. But you can do just a very simple line of programming where you go say, quotation marks, the word, end quotes, enter, and then it will say the words. So again, just a very basic speech module, but anyway, it's pretty cool. I'm going to shut him up here, but it's pretty cool just to even get it to work with Gorf and Wizard of War. Of course, those are great games that both had speech in the arcade, so it brings the kind of arcade experience home to the Commodore 64. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed learning more about the Commodore Magic Voice, and hopefully you guys can find one of these at the Swap Meets, Swift Shops, or garage sales. Thanks, guys.